Okay, paper 2. Buses from Ashby leaves at every 24 minutes after 7:30. Okay, so the 24 and 20, what do you find? You always find what here? Lowest common multiple. What is the lowest common multiple of 24 and 20? Is 120 minutes, which is actually how many hours? 2 hours. Okay, you just work out the LCM of that, which is 20 and 24 is 120 minutes, which is 2 hours. The next time it comes up, this is 7:30, add on a 2 hours, that makes it 9:30. So 9:30 a.m. 3 times 4 is 12, m to the power 2 at 3 is 5, r to the power 1, add 6 is r to the power 7. Simple. Next one. Work out the cost of buying fertilizers to cover the garden completely. Okay, so what do we have? We got a semicircle. That's the diameter of the semicircle is 8.4. We don't want the diameter, we want the radius, 4.2. So the area of the rectangle, what is it? 8.4 times 5.6 plus area of semicircle. Area of circle is pi r squared, pi times 4.2 squared. That's for a full circle. Semicircles divided by 2. Just type the whole thing through always. So what we got? 8.4 bracket 5.6 plus pi times 4.2 squared over 2, which will make it 74.75 meter squared. But remember, you can only cover one box can cover 12 meters squared. So divide this by 12, remember, which will give you 6.223. Okay, so 6.23. But you can't buy 6.23. That's a problem. You would buy 7. Okay, 7 times how many pounds? 4 pound, 99. Which would make it 34 pound 93. Find out one of the box will cover more than 12 meters squared. That means less box needed. Okay, so that means less cost. Okay, depending on how many. If it covers maybe like 12.01, then it's not going to make much of a difference to the cost. But if it's like 14 and 15, then maybe yes. Work out the angle CFD. So first, where is CFD? CFD is that angle. Okay, you know this is a pentagon. Formula for pentagon was at n minus 2 times 180, remember? Number of sides, pentagon is a 5 minus 2 times 180, which is 540, but divided by 5 because 5 sides on it, so it's 108 for the interior angle. So this is 108. That's also 108 anyways. This angle is what? 180 take away 108, which is 72 here. That's 72. And they want that angle CFD. Angle CFD is equal to 180 take away, because the triangle, take away 72, take away 72. Which will make it 36 degrees. Good. Next one. Is it correct? No, he's not. Because think about it. X plus 5 squared is x plus 5 times x plus 5, double bracket like this, which will give you x squared plus 5x plus 5x plus 25, which will give you x squared plus 5x is 10x plus 25. Are they correct? Of course not. No. Okay, there's a box plot on the grid. Show the box plot. Minimum number on the box plot is 153. Where is it? Here. Maximum number is 186, which is here. So you want lower quartile. Lower quartile is 1/4 of how many total? We can't do 15 because an odd number you do add 1 to it. Okay, if it was an even number, that's just deal same number. Because an odd number, I just use n add 1. So add 1 to it, 16, which is fourth value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 164. Where is 164? Is here. Median formula, remember median is easy. Half of n, which is 16 in this case. Eighth value. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 170. Okay, that's nice and easy. Upper quartile, UQ is 3/4 of n, which is 16, which makes it 12th value. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 175, which is here. So you will go draw the box plot. Simple as that. Okay, that's the part A. Compare the distribution of the weight of the tomatoes on the distributions. Tom, Jack, whose tomatoes weigh more? So you look at the median. Remember, the first bit is median. This is 162, 170. So Jack. So you would say, in average, Jack tomatoes weigh more because they have a higher median. And let's do the interquartile range. What is interquartile range? Interquartile range is upper quartile take away lower quartile, literally the size of the box, isn't it, more or less? 166 upper quartile here, take away lower quartile 158, which is 8. The interquartile range you should know is, you can look at the size of the box and you get the top one. Tom's one is small anyways, but 12th was 175. Sorry. So upper quartile was 175, take away lower quartile is 164, which will make it 9. So Tom's interquartile range is smaller. Smaller the better. So Tom tomato have a more consistent weight because they have a smaller interquartile range. Remember, these are the two things you should always see. Whoever higher median, small interquartile. That's how you write the answers. Don't even think about anything else. Next one. Round pencil case. Yep. 4 blue pens and 3 red pens. How many blue pens? 4 out of, remember, total 7. And 3 out of 7. Make sure these two add up to 1 whole, which it does. Square pencils is 3 out of total was a total 8, and then the other one is 5 out of 8. So 3 out of 8 and 5 out of 8 anyways. Work out the probability that they both are red pens, red and red. How do? You start here, you go to red, then go to red again. 3 over 7 times 5 over 8. 3 times 5 is 15 over 7 times 8 is 56. Very simple. The price of the ticket before the increase. Now, the price of the ticket increased by 5%. So the price was increased by £2.30. So it increased by £5 and increased by. So technically that 5% is £2.30. Before the increase, remember, it's always 100% original price. 5 to go to 100 times it by 20 times this by 20, that will give you what, £46. Okay, Kim, Laura and Molly shares £385. The ratio of money Kim gets to the amount of Molly. Kim is to Molly 2:5. Kim gets £105 less than Molly. So how many less is it? 5 take away 2, which is 3. So 105 divided by 3, that will make it £35. Times by 35, what does it give you? 70. 5 times 35, 175. How much Laura gets? Remember, Laura will get whatever left over on the 385. 385 take away 70, take away 175. Laura gets 140. What percentage does Laura gets? 140 out of total. Total is 385. Times it by 100. So 140 divided by 385. times by 100. 36.36%. Good. Okay. What are the two mistakes on this frequency polygon? Okay, you should know how to do a frequency polygon. It's always a what point? Midpoint. Did they use a midpoint? No, they didn't. So didn't use midpoints. Okay. What else? Did you do 13? That's right. 24. That's right. But remember, it's still not a midpoint. Not really right, but you know, just ta-da. That's a 15. That was right. The other one was 6. That was okay. The other one is a 2. So all those numbers are good. Okay. Does it go up in the same values? 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Good. Right. Frequency is fine. Okay. What else? Is it 13? I'm just okay. Did they put the units on there? Yeah. Okay. But if you're looking at it, okay, it seems like nothing's wrong. But remember, it needs to be straight lines. Not curves. Look, these are curves. No. It needs to be a straight line. You know, more or less midpoint. Then it kind of goes straight lines. No curves. Okay, straight lines. Next one. Would it float? Okay. Let's see. What is the density of this wood? Density is mass over volume. Mass is what? What's the mass? Mass is 8 kilogram over density. Density, let's convert it into centimeters, 120 centimeters. Otherwise, you can multiply meters and centimeters. The volume is easy. 3 times 20 times 120. Let's convert the mass of 8 kg into grams so it looks nicer. 8,000 grams. So 8,000 divided by 3 times 20 times 120, which will make it 1.11. The unit will be grams per centimeter cubed. Because remember, 1 liter is 1000 milliliter. And density is mass over volume. Mass is 1030 divided by the volume is 1000. The reason is 1 centimeter cube is literally 1 milliliter. So if you're going to go centimeter, then you have to go milliliter. Okay. Which is actually easy. 1.03. Or technically it's grams per centimeter cube or grams per milliliter. It doesn't really matter. Is that bigger? Higher density? Yeah. If you have higher density, what will it do? 1.11 is a higher density than 1.03. If it's too dense, would it float or sink? Would it float? No, it will sink. Density is too much. Too high of a density. Right. Next one. Okay. Upper bound, lower bound, considering bound, work out the suitable degree of accuracy. That's easy. 6.435, 6.425, 5.5145, 5.5135. So if you want upper bound of V, remember upper bound is basically upper divide lower, square root of. Upper is 6.435 over lower 5.5135, and the other one lower bound of V is the opposite, isn't it? Lower divide up. 6.425 over 5.5145. 6.435 over 5.5135, which will give you 1.080340323. Then 6.425 over 5.1, where you put the square root and everything, right? 3.45. 1.0794026 9402689. Let's check. Upper bound and lower bound. One significant figure. 1, 1. Good. Two significant figure. This is significant figure, right? 2SF. 1.1, 1.1. That's also correct. Three significant figure. 1.08, 1.08. That's also correct. Four significant figure. 1.080, 079. That's wrong. 1.08 is correct to three significant figure. Some people write correct to what, 2 decimal places if you want. Doesn't really matter. Good. The next one. Show that the equation has a solution between that. When you do some question like this, make sure this is equal to 0. Yep, it is. So it's fine. Substitute it. X is 0. Let's put 0 cubed plus 5 of 0 minus 4, which will give you minus 4. Next number is x is 1. 1 cubed plus 5 of 1 minus 4. That makes it 6. Minus 4 is 2. One is a negative. The other one is a positive answer. There is a change in sign, so a solution does lie between them. Okay, good. If you see, think about this. If I make this the subject, I get a cube root, which I haven't. If I make this the subject, I get divided by 5, which I haven't. So it's something weird. So they took a comment. So x cubed, keep it plus 5x is equal to not minus 4 anymore, positive 4. Take x common. X squared plus 5 equals 4. What is the x's? 4 all over x squared plus 5. Okay. Use the iteration twice. Okay. So you know x naught. So you need to do x1, x2. Always write the method. You want to get the method mark, of course. 4 over not x1 anymore. X naught squared plus 5. And the other one is 4 over not x1, x2 anymore. X1 squared plus 5. So 0 and you press equal to, so you go 4 over answer squared plus 5, which will make it 4 over 5, which will make it 100 over 141. There you go. That's the answer. Next one. Multiply it here. 5f plus 5m equals 4 minus 3m. Make the m the subject, so keep the 5m here. Sorry. No. Multiply it. 5f plus fm equals 4 minus 3m. Keep the m as fm here, not minus 3m plus 3m equals to 4 minus 5f. Take it common. M f at 3 equals 4 minus 5f. M is 4 minus 5f over f at 3. Simple as that. Okay. Next one. Area of that. Okay. This is A, B. Then you would have what? Length, area, volume. What is the length ratio? Length ratio technically is the height, but we could say it's length. Is 8:10. But you know what? 8:10, because it's the length, I can simplify it. What is 8 over 10? 4 over 5. So I can kind of go, length is about 4:5, more or less, which makes it 16, 25, which makes it 64. 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125. And what do I want? The area of pod B is 160. Area of B is 160. How to go to 160? 25 times what number? 6.4. And the area here, what do you do? Times it by 6.4 as well, of course. 102.4. 102.4 centimeters squared. You could have done it with 8 and 10, but I just felt like the numbers gets too big to do it. So okay. Right. Direct and inverse and composite functions. G of -4 squared plus 2. -4 squared is 16, and 2 is 18. Simple. G f of x. Okay, in order to do g f of x, remember, you will write the first letter g with a bracket. G is what? X, but you can't write it. X squared plus 2. And what goes in there is the second letter f of x, which is 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3 squared is 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3. What do we have? 4x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 9. We can add it to here, and I'll write it 4x squared minus 12x, if you add it, plus 9. Good, showed. Next one, solve. So we done fgx. Sorry, no, we haven't done fgx. We done gfx. So fgx, let's see. fgx. First write f is 2 bracket x, no idea, minus 3. What goes in there? G of x, x squared plus 2. Expand it. 2x squared plus 4 minus 3. 2x squared plus 1. Let's put it back. Fgx is 2x squared plus 1 equal gfx is 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Bring everything to the right hand side. 4x squared take away 2x squared is 2x squared minus 12x. That's it. There's no other x's. Plus 9 take away 1 is plus 8. Now remember, you can divide it by 2. So divided by 2, 0 equals to x squared minus 6x plus 4. Sorry. Now, not bad. Wrote it wrong. So that was plus 9 plus 2 there was, which makes it 11. Okay. Yeah, because it's a show question. Didn't see that. Okay. 4x squared minus 12x plus 11 it was. 11 take away 1 is plus 10. Divided by 2, that makes it plus 5. Factors of 5, that makes minus 6, you know that. X minus 5, x minus 1, x is 5, or x is 1. Positive. Good. Those are your answers. Okay, the cylinder with the base of 3x and the height of h. The cylinder was melted to make 270 spheres. Each sphere has a radius of a half x centimeter. Find an expression for h in terms of that. Okay, what is the volume of this cylinder? Volume is pi r squared h over 3. So the volume of that is pi times r is 3x squared times by h divided by 3. You know what 3x squared is? It's 9. 3 squared is 9. X squared. 9 can divide the 3, makes it 3. That makes it 3 pi x squared h. And how many cylinders are you going to make? You're going to make 270, sorry, not cylinders, spheres. You're going to get 270 spheres. What is the volume of each sphere? 4 over 3 pi times r cubed. The r is 1 over 2x cubed. So let's expand that. That will make it, what is it? 270 divided by 3 is 90. That makes it 360 times pi times 1 cubed is 1 over 2 cubed is 8 x cubed. 360 divided by 8, which makes it 45. That's 45 pi x cubed. So all of this, remember, got melted down to get this. So 3 pi x squared h equals 45 pi x cubed. They want to make h the subject, okay? Cancel the pi on the both side. H is what? 45 x cubed over divided by 3x squared. That makes it 15. X squared will go cancel it to give you an x. So h is what? 15x at that point. Okay. Easy. Next one. Calculate the angle between AD and the plane ABC. First of all, you know what AD and ABC, so you need to know this angle. There you go. Now, I can actually work out DC because if you look at it, that's B, D, C. CB is 20. The angle between that is 34. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. I want DC, so opposite. Tan 34 is equals to, opposite is DC over adjacent is 20 multiplied. DC is what? 20 tan 34. Which will make it 13.49, at least 2 decimal places, okay? Okay, the next part to that. Okay, I need to work out angle between AD and ABC. Okay, it's just that line anyways. Okay, I can actually work out okay, if this is 45, this is 60, what is this angle? If you look at that triangle, it's a very weird one. A, D, B. That is 60. That is 45. So I know what that is. So 180 minus 45, which will make it what? 75 then, yeah? Good. Then I can work out what is DB is, because DB is just Pythagoras on this, isn't it? Look. If that was 20 and I worked out DC was what? 13.49. I can work out BD, which is square root of 20 squared plus 13.49 squared. Which will make it 24.12. So that is 24.12. And I better find which one? I better find this one, AD. That, and that. So if you look at it, I want AD over sine 60 equals to 24.12 over sine 75. Just multiply here. AD is 24.12 sine 60 over sine 75. So AD works out $21.625. Okay, so I know that's 21.625. What angle you want is you want this angle. A, DC, that is 13.49, that's 21.625. You want that angle, which is called X. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent, so it's tan X equals opposite over adjacent, 13.49 over 21.625. X is just tan inverse of 13.49 over 21.625. Which will make it, answer to 1 decimal place is 31.9. Some people might get, oh, it's actually 32.0. Okay, 31.9 is also okay. So the number of fish in a lake decreased by X% each year, and it halves. Okay, let's say the number of fish was 100. If it halves, it becomes 50. 100 is equals to, sorry. First, how much is your deposit? 100. X to the power, no idea. To the power, sorry, X is you don't know. To the power 8. It should give you what? 50 at the end. x to the power 8 equals 50 over 100 to the power 8, root it to the 8. Answer to 3 decimal places, remember. .917. And what do you do? Always take away one whole. 0.0823. 0.082. 0.0823. No, sorry. 0.083. And times it by 100. Come on. How many percentage is it? 8.3 percentage. I know it's a negative answer, but it doesn't really matter. It's fine. Because it's a decrease, isn't it? That's why it's giving a negative answer. Okay. Next one. Prove that sum of this angle is 180. ABC and ADC. Okay, so what you do is you're going to go here. You're going to go here. Let's call this x. So this is 360 minus x. Do you understand why? Because around a point, if I say AOC is x, the other one is 360 minus x. If AOC is x, so what is ABC is? Basically half of that, x over 2, because angle at the center is double the angle at circumference. Okay, so ABC, angle ABC is x over 2. What is the angle ADC? The same reason anyways. Half of that. 360 divided by 2 is 180 minus x over 2. So if you add ABC angle is x over 2, add ADC is 180 minus x over 2, plus x over 2 minus x over 2 cancel, 180. Circle theorem, make sure you know the whole thing about circle theorem because you're always going to get one question on it. Good.